Paper Mario Sticker Star is a game I have a lot of experience in, it being my favorite, but could I 100% the game in under 24 hours? It usually takes me about 30 hours to 100% the game, but I spend a lot of that time exploring, so if I just focused on 100%, could I do it? Well, let's see. In order to 100% the game, I need to do all the banners, fill the sticker museum, fill the Wiggler book, and rescue the Toad from Wither Fiver Hill. But without further ado, let's get into Hour 0. In Hour 0, we watch the cutscene that, as long as always, I get yelled at by a sentient crown, rescue the Toad, and watch as the museum Toad gets flattened. Then I go to Warm Fuzzy Plains to avoid the second-degree murder charges. I make my way through the first room, I beat up Bowser Jr. as what's one more crime at this point. I collect a few Bat Hammers and Slap Hammers, beat the tree Goombas, then go to Bouquet Garden. I ignore the Garden Toad for now, save the Traveling Toad for progression of the Travel Toad questline, and to get the Cat of Luck. Get the Battle Spinner, and then I progress to Water's Edgeway. I get a few stickers, clobber the shit out of Kamek, and then get the Waterfall Comet, then go back to get the main Comet, turn off the tabs, I forget to get the Comet because apparently I have dementia, and then I beat the stage after going back to get it. I then go rebuild the garden for the Garden Toad, giving us a lot of flowers and our first HP plus. I save the Toad from under the fountain as I'll be visiting him a lot later, and it will clear my name and take the crime down to just battery. Then go to Surfshine Harbor to cut the rope, get the vacuum and the HP plus. And to close out my first hour, I go do Wither Fiver Hill, save the Toad, and find out that I can bring the Toad to witness me fight the big Buzzy Beetle, which is pretty cool. I get another HP plus, and then take the Toad to finish the stage, and he seems pretty happy about getting the comment, so good on him. Now to Hour 1. We finish Wither Fiver Hill and move on to Wahmino Mountain. We go through the stage as usual, watch the cutscene, save the Toad, beat the stage. After a quick break, I move on to Goomba Fortress, which sort of feels like a minigame, but I get a few bombs so I don't have to wait until Bowser Jr.'s airship flotilla, as that's forever. Get the trumpet, and then leave because I'm not a speedrunner, so I leave and move on to Dry Bake Desert. Then I start to do the sticker museum, so I don't have to carry the bomb because the bomb sucks ass. And that's what I do to finish Hour 1 by filling the sticker museum. Get used to that. Now on to Hour 2, I was still going strong and start to do Yoshi Sphinx. I beat the shit out of the 3 Paracoopas, kill like 20 Drybone because they were being a dick and didn't drop their bones, then cave in Kamek's head, get the tablet piece, get the Mega Flashy Hammer, and complete the stage. And then I go put the stickers in the museum. And then I go to Leaf Litter Path. I wake Wiggler up as I saw a van with free candy and I didn't want him to miss it. After he gets into the van and luckily gets free candy, I'm pretty jealous of that, so I go get a ninja star and explore a bit. The Boomerang Bros were also easy because I have 45 HP at this point and I no-life this game every month, so it was easy. Next is Bathwood, and I attempt to do Bathwood with my eyes closed, and I make it to the 3rd room. And then I question a sign of whether Bathwood is a business, and then I go to Wiggler's treehouse, and I set myself a goal of beating the big Cheep Jeep in under the 3-hour mark. But I get the heals, get the stereo, and see Wiggler has been French Revolutioned. So I go to Strike Lake, where I forget to get the billiards ball, but I get the Wiggler piece, and then I go to Loop Loop River, where besides getting the tree piece and the Wiggler piece, it was fine. I was probably starting to get a bit tired at this point as I started singing Country Roads. Oh, take me home to a place that I belong. Loop Loop River, looping mama, West Virginia, I'm retarded. But besides the tiredness, it was easy. I get the Comet too because I usually never get it because it doesn't lead anywhere to a new stage, but I'm doing 100% this time, so I need to do it. And by this point I knew I couldn't beat the big Cheep Jeep in under the 3-hour mark, so I go get a sheet of the Wiggler bug and return the Wiggler piece home to finish off Hour 2. To start our tree, I fill the sticker museum again, then I go back to Outlook Point by 2 doors and 2 big jumps, as I need one for the museum and one because I want to just use them. And I also set myself up a new goal of beating the big Cheep Jeep by the hour 3 and 30 minute mark. Then I go to Surfshine Harbor, land a sick jump and put the light back on. And then I go put stuff in the sticker museum. Then I go buy a boot for the sticker museum, and then I go finally beat the big fish. And I have an extremely close call because I'm a retard and I decide to accept the poison, and I even say, as you can see, I'm very smart. I mean, I'm using jumps, so I don't really care. If I was using defensive stickers, oh boy, well, I'd be having a problem, but I'm only using normal stickers, so I don't care. So I reel him up, and I was originally going to heal, but I decided to take a risk by using the boot, iron jump, and hop slipper. My fellow Sticker Star experts should be able to notice the problem, and that is that you can't use defensive stickers while you're poisoned. The thing I literally said 20 seconds ago, that you can't use them, and I still did. I was probably getting a bit tired as my memory started to spec points into dementia, but anyways, I managed to beat him, and I managed to do it in under the 3 hour and 30 minute mark. Then I go to the garden, because fire flowers are nice to have. And then I go paperize leaves, because paperize leaves are great for getting better stickers. And then I go to Shy Guy Jungle. It goes well until I realize I forgot the vacuum because, as I mentioned, I have dementia. So I go back, get the vacuum, then return, get the other bridge piece, then get the toy bat, mega flashy hurl hammer, and powder puff. And then I move on to Jungle Rapids, and it goes pretty easily. Then I go for the sticker museum some more. And then I go for Long Falls. I get a door so I can do the stage faster. And I get the 4-poster bed, which is the fanciest thing I think I've ever seen. Get Comet 2, and then that finishes off hour 3. To start hour 4, I go get the Mega Flashy Infinite Jump by doing Comet 1 of Long Falls. Then I get the Infinite Jump by paperizing a clone jump. And then I go for the Sticker Museum more, as you should expect me to say that after every sentence at this point. Then off I go to Chain Chomp Ruins. I get the Mega Flashy Eek Hammer, Big Clone Jump, Air Conditioner, and then I leave for, guess what? The Sticker Museum, practically there every 20 minutes at this point. Then I get the Air Conditioner Paperize, and then I go do Rug Road where I get the Basin, Turkey, Mega Flashy Burn Hammer, and Car Sponge. I used to get Luigi out of his bath, and then I bathe in the spring, and then I get the Mega Flashy Slap Hammer and Mega Flashy Iron Jump, and beat the stage. And to surprise to absolutely no one, I go back to the Sticker Museum. Then I attempt to beat Rumble Volcano in under the 5 hour mark, and I fail as I only managed to get to the Chain Chomp. Now on to hour 5, I continue to do Rumble Volcano. This time, Petey wasn't a fucking piece of bastardized cow manure consuming wanker, and I beat him in 15 minutes. Then I go to the stick. After that, I check my achievements. Then I go to the Undertale reference stage, get the star, slaughter everything in the room as if this was a genocide run. Which, no, it is impossible to do Sticker Star Genocide because of the hit it or sniff it. But ignoring that, I get my stickers, beat the big ass spider while taking a bunch of damage. But I get Kirsty and move on to break the Wiggler piece out of jail. Oh, I already used that joke. Hold on. So I get my heavily dysmorphed cat out of there, and he runs off again, meaning I have to go chase him in Tree Branch Trail. Now in Tree Branch Trail, I ought to do a few things here. I grab a watch battery, I nab the HP plus, make Mario float like a deity, I swear that was important, get the Wiggler piece, beat the stage, then go back to get a chapter of the Wiggler book, then I go to Baffwood to get another chapter. Phew, that was a mouthful. But anyways, I return the heavily dysmorphed cat home, and then I go to Outlook Point for some reason, and I move on to Gauntlet Pond where I get the HP plus, sponge, and a dysmorphed goat. Then I obtain the comet. Now I tried to do hit or sniff it before the 6 hour mark, but I only managed to get the block shuffle. But going into the 6th hour, I finish Hit It or Sniff It, I go to Battlefield to get the Dysmorph Goat, fight the 2 Piranha Plants because the question mark blocks above them have really good items, and I poison myself in the right one because I'm really good at poisoning myself, and get the bowling ball, and then I get the last optional chapter of the Wiggler book because the boat chapter is a forced one. By this point in the run, I was really tired. My legs and ass hurt, I was tired of looking at the screen, and I was having small breaks only to piss, so I decided to leave for a break. For 20 minutes. I decided to leave and I kinda just walked around, I ate some bread, and just walked around for a bit for 20 minutes, just walking. When I returned, I didn't know that I was gone for that long, and coming back, I was energized. No longer tired, my legs were fine, and I get back to the challenge. Finish Strike Lake, then I go to Holy Thicket, where I get Comet 2, then go back to save the Toad, and finish Holy Thicket. If you're wondering what Comet 2 is, when I say it, it's just to describe that comet that doesn't lead to a new stage. But anyway, I go to Rumble Volcano because I don't have Shaved Ice Cave. But anyway, I get the Pocket Watch and save Todd Howard from fans to help him make games that just work. But then Todd Howard, after getting saved, runs away in fear of fans demanding that he makes a good game, and he runs to Surfshine Harbor, which leads us to Hour 7, and I assure Todd Howard that fans won't demand a non-fucked game, and he returns home, which finally completes the Wiggler book. Then I put Wiggler back together, and he's really pissed, which leads us to Detzelberg to go to the shop and check the progress of the banners, as I am slowly working my way towards them as I play through the game to grindless at the end. Then I get Luigi, I take a taxi to Gooper Blooper, where I go on with the same strategy I've used for years, because I don't use things. I first use a POW block and a hop slipper, and the POW fails to crumple, and my game lags cause me to mess up the hop slipper. Next turn, the POW fails again, but the hop slipper doesn't lag. But on the 3rd turn, I get free on the battle spinner, and the POW activates the crumple. I use a boot and a mega flashy clone jump, and I deal loads of damage. Then for the poison attack, I use a bat hammer just to be sure in case the POW fails, because I also use a POW block, but luckily I get the crumple, allowing me to deal way more damage. But I did do that just because I don't want to rely on my skills and an emulator that I'm not that used to. But the rest of the fight is similar, with POW just sometimes not activating. But besides that, it was fine, and I beat his ass, and I get another royal sticker. Upon having Wiggler eat all the leaves in the forest causing mass deforestation, I move on to Snow Rise, where I get a non-messed up goat, I dodge the hooligans, then I get Comet 2 and immediately return so I can get Comet 1. I leave and go to Ice Flow, where I get the Curling Stone, get the HP Plus, get 2 flashy slap hammers and a door, and then I go to Enigma Mansion, which starts off Hour 8, where I go through the stage as normal. I get the fridge, oven, beat the boo behind the stairs, go to the sticker museum to put some stickers there, get the trophy, beat the boo behind the fire, the ones holding the furniture, open the door to the Detzelberg, which how the hell does that work, beat the one who befriended a bunch of mice. For the first time I read, well, anything in this game or any Mario game, and despite saying safety is important, there is no seatbelts in Whiteout Valley. But besides critiquing the safety standards of a game, I continue to homicide boos until I kill enough boos to make a big boo, and I kill his ass, read another book. That was way too much reading for a Mario game for me at this point. I played a vinyl. I want to get a living room that looks exactly like this. I want to live in a recreation of this Sticker Star Enigma Mansion. That would be a dream come true. Get the portrait, and after almost an hour, aka 57 minutes and 30 seconds, which is the longest I think it ever took me to beat this stage, and I blame it entirely on those reading things, because holy shit, it usually does not take me any more than 20 minutes. But after that, I finally beat Enigma Mansion and finally have access to Shaved Ice Cave, aka the best shop in the game, and I try to get flashy line jumps, but fail, and that takes us to Hour 9, which I start by taking a 10-minute break because I was tired, so I went to just stroll around again. Because my only sustenance was biscuits and soft drinks, I was tired, but after my break, I go to the Sticker Museum. We had a break from it for a bit, but it was inevitable, but it had to make a comeback. But I went towards Whiteout Valley now. I swing around a bit, I get Ouija, and then march on. So I prepared for Snow Bowser. But firstly, I'm gonna do the Shy Guy mini boss, where it's fun as shit and the Poison Mushroom does some work. But saving Toad, I go put the door up and get the sewing clippers. I go on the safest roller coaster tycoon ride, but after getting enough ground to suit a roller coaster for $10 million, I go fight Snow Bowser, aka Mr. Blizzard, but who the fuck gives a fuck about Mr. Blizzard? And if you haven't noticed, my inventory is filled with burn hammers, because I intend to melt Mr. Blizzard to a nice cup of water. And that's World 4 done, which means only World 2 and World 1 are left. Then I go grind for a bit because I have the same amount of money as Iceland does for a nuclear weapons program. After a bit of grinding, I go get the HP plus from Enigma Mansion, then I go fight the Shy Guys mugging Toad in Jungle Rapids, finishing the Traveling Toad questline. But I don't get the HP plus from him for no real reason. But then I go to Sandshifter Ruins where I get the HP plus, Magnifying Glass, Baseball Bat, and do Comet 1, barely passing Hour 9, and now into Hour 10, finally reaching the double digits. But I get Comet 1 and get the Pneumonic Drill, however the hell you say that. Then I get Comet 2 in Sandshifter, then I fill the sticker, and I go to Bowser's Snow Fort to get the Mega Flashy Line Jump, and I don't even gotta say it, but Sticker Museum! But I go by doors and fill in World 2, find out the dust storm needs to be dealt with, so I go back, get the vacuum, and then I finally pick up the last HP plus, and that's the first banner done. And then I get Damp Oasis done. I prepare a bit in order to fight Tower Power Pokey, but first I go through the stage, get Ouija, who was probably watching people in a non-creepy fashion like I always do in fact. But before the fight I prepare a bit more, then I go fight Tower Power Pokey. And the Poison Mushroom was pretty good, dealing 8 damage. So over this and the defensive sticker only, the Poison Mushroom has gained some very good points with me, and I would consider it a good sticker. But besides the Poison Mushroom being an absolute chad, I finished World 2, and afterwards, I go grinding because Mega Sparkle Goomba is very difficult, and I'm gonna need to go grind a lot because he is the hardest boss in this game. Now on the 11-hour mark, I go fight the scary Mega Sparkle Goomba, and after a long and hard fight that was extremely close, I beat him. Then I go clobber a child, and I ask Wiggler can he hitch me a ride to beat up the child again, and he does because eating enough food to cover the outback will require some exercise to burn it off. Now on Junior's Airship Flotilla, I tried to kill Rocky Wrenches, but they were annoying pricks, but eventually I got my wrenches and the barrel from killing the bruisers, which I learned can actually counter shell, so I use Frosty the Snowman's legs to kill them. But then I go to the deck and I kill the child finally, which will surely have Mario's ass on a wanted poster somewhere. But I leave the stage, go get a door, and then get the Mega Flashy Jump, then get the Comet of Junior's Airship Flotilla, which finishes the Comet banner, which officially finishes our second banner. Sticker Museum, where I complete the sticker side finally, and I go off to grinding as those banners won't grind for themselves. So I go grind till the end of Hour 11. Start of Hour 12, I grind for 44 minutes until I get bored and decide to go fill the doors. But I did go check my banners and I've got the jackpot one done, so 3 down, 5 to go. But back on the movable walls, and nightmare for those with trousers with pockets. But filling a bit of World 3, I go to Change on Runes, where I get the AC again. Transition to Hour 13. I get the D-Cell battery and the kettle, and then leave. Then I go put the doors in the rest of World 5, and I start on World 4, and I finish World 4. Then I go to World 3, and then I finish World 3, and then I go do World 1, and then I finish World 1. Blimey. but that means that I've placed down every single door, and that's our 4th banner. But it also means that I have every single thing. So I go to the sticker museum so I can start doing the thing side of it, and that's what I do for the end of hour 13 and the start of hour 14, where I continue to fill the sticker museum until I put all of them in. Well, at least I thought so, as apparently I was missing 2, because I didn't have the foresight to check the drug toad to make sure that I had everything. This shocked me because I assumed I had everything, so to go find the missing things but I have no clue what the hell they are. They could be anything. So I whip on my 3DS to check my 100% save file and find out what's missing, and it was the light bulb and hook. So I go get them quickly, and then I finish the things side of the museum, which puts me at an end of consistently going back to the sticker museum, which is kind of sad. Like, I know it's kind of annoying, like in the script where I will go there every 15 seconds, but kind of miss it now. But for the end of hour 14, I just go grinding. Hour 15, I grind in Snowrise, and it's so boring. Sticker Star may be my favorite game, but doing just the normal fights for 100%, aka just grinding, ain't fun, especially 300 times. So after 30 minutes, I do the fasted method, and I copy the world record run for 8 banners, and then I go to the cheap method in Whitecap Beach, and this method was much faster, and I do that for the rest of hour 15 and the start of hour 16, where I finish 18 minutes into the hour 16, then copying another method from the speedrunner, where I use the Shy Guy spawner in Bowser's Snow Fort, where I grind for the rest of the 16 hours. Moving on to hour 17, I finished genociding the local Shy Guy population, and when I go to check my progress, I was 1 fucking off, which made me mad because that's bullshit. But I go murder a Goomba, and it's all good after that. After doing everything, I prepare, as Bowser is the last foe that I'm to kill, and killing him will finish the run. So I go prepare, and then I fight Kamek, but after killing that dweeb, I go fight Bowser. Phase 1, I hammer and jump his ass to death. Phase 2, I E-hammer the thumb and murder him like, no, complete overkill. But after his annihilation, Bowser goes down easily, and Similarity goes down like a bitch in Phase 3, and in Phase 4 we learn Bowser is a terrible pet owner, as he brings the Chain Chomp down with him instead of saving him. How mean! In Phase 5, I get an insane roid boost from Kirsty, and proceed to murder Bowser, with this time actually making him lose his arms, but I continue the Bowser fight. I decide to clone jump his ass to death, and we're almost done. Free Peach, then watch the credits, which were beautiful, with Luigi and all my banners. The challenge was finished, with the most emotional credits, as I went through everything the game had to offer in one sitting. I finished the challenge, meaning that it is possible to do everything in Sticker Star in under 24 hours. And it was fun until the banner grinding, as I spent about 5 hours doing that. My favorite hours were 0 to 11 and late 17, and my least favorite hours were 12 to 16 and early 17. But that's it. If you enjoyed what you saw, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Write it down on your calendar, 9th of August. I, the Mario Party Hussar, bet Sticker Star 100% in under a day. I know speedrunners got it in 10 hours, but I don't care. I'm not a speedrunner. I'm just someone who plays this game a lot. Which honestly should mean I probably should have done this. But hey, like 4 hours of this was grinding. Don't look at me that way. Once it says the end, that's where I'm ending it. Oh, that was so fucking tight. Look at that. Wiggler, sniff it. Oh. I'm happy it's over. Oh, 17 hours. Oh, that took forever. I'll take a photo at the end. Just be like, I did it. 100%. Sticker Museum. The mini side quests. Wiggler. The Wiggler book. I would have been so mad if I crashed there. Wait, they make Gooper Blooper fucking scary in this. Oh, so they make Power green for some reason. This Gooper Blooper... Yeah, Gooper Blooper looks fucking horrifying in that. But whatever. No price was too high for 100%. Once it shows me the end, that's where it's the end. All my banners. Look at the ball. Look at all my banners. All 8 of them. Golden and completed. Oh. It's so... 17 hours. Once it says the end, it's the end. The end. Just roll on screen faster. Oh, it's over.